ICR.
Frog is certainly taking a beating on this show.
Yeah, it's hard to feel sorry for him. We take a beating every show.
Celebrate the USFL's 25th anniversary with this fantastic collector's magazine, the USFL, the Rebel League that the NFL didn't respect but feared. This must-have features interviews with players and coaches like Bobby Hebert, Marv Levy, and much more. Hundreds of photos will take you back to the 80s when Donald Trump was just an emerging name in pop culture. Hall of Famers like Steve Young, Reggie White, and Jim Kelly all got their start in the USFL. Order your silver anniversary magazine at usflonline.com.
21 gigawatts! WICR.
Hello and welcome back. We have only a few minutes left, but we have one last story to tell you about.
And we apologize. We forgot to hit the start recording button the last time for the sports segment, so we're sorry about that. But new equipment, so
we'll figure it out. It'll be all good by the next time that we put on our show. So Donald Trump and the Pope have never really seen eye to eye, which is one of the reasons I don't like Trump, because I love the Pope. And so the Pope has had a lot of things to say about Trump for the past few weeks, and they mostly have to do with his immigration policies. Thence, the Pope is very much for open borders and having people go where they need to go, especially since there's so much oppression going on in South American countries. So he's called Trump out on it a couple times about his whole Trump's wall rant. And the Pope recently said, "A person who thinks only about building walls wherever they may be and not building bridges is not Christian. This is not the gospel." And Trump got annoyed, obviously, and he tweeted something because he's Trump. But it just kind of shows where the Pope stands. He's been very involved in the presidential election recently. So this is just him putting in another input about it. Trump is not Christian, is what he's saying.
Oh,
so
that's an interesting one. I mean, I think where the Pope is coming from is a good place, and I think he's trying to help. You know, you saw him when he came and did, his entire visit here in the U.S. He's trying to help us as much as, he can. I mean, not that he can politically help us because he doesn't have that kind of a power. But, I think he's trying to make a good, influential change in the world, and that's someone you need as that kind of authority figure.
Yep.
And I don't think if Trump becomes president, I don't think that him and, the Pope are going to be getting along, especially when the Pope comes and does visits. And I know, Barack Obama has gone to the Vatican with his family to go and visit, and have sit-down meetings. Like there's, especially about the climate change. So I think there's something that he needs to learn from, the way things are, especially when you're going and meeting foreign diplomats.
Yep. And that's all the time that we have for today. That was a nice little way to wrap it up. Make sure you tune in next week for Tea Time with Abby and Kate. Same time, same place, 4 p.m., basement of La Penta. And we will see you next week.
See you next
week. Thank you for listening.